always a problem that arises for these, for these two guys, and this one proves to be a rather big one. We don't know what the power that Cass all of a sudden has acquired, how he's going to use it, what he's going to use it for, if he's going to treat the brothers with the same kind of alliance that he had in the past. And I will say that it's because it's not Castiel anymore, and it's essentially God, that he has no reason to take pity on these two guys. He has no reason to have an alliance with these two guys. He's got bigger things to deal with, and so it's gonna prove quite difficult for them to process that relationship being severed, and also to process the fact that they might potentially have a giant problem on their hands. So we're just gonna have to wait and see how they plays that out.
The first couple of episodes of the season, we're really kind of trying to decide if it's even worth trying, because we're up against the biggest obstacle we've ever had. I mean, it's one thing to fight demons and zombies and vampires and angels. It's another thing to fight God. But there's some surprising turns as regards, there's God and then there's God. So the first episode or two is going to be kind of regrouping, trying to figure out if there's anything we can do. And I think by the end of the second episode, we'll have a pretty strong sense that, okay, there's something we can do. Do we really want to do it?
Well, Bobby is, he's that, he's always going to be that kind of figure in the boy's life, and that's not going to change. They're going to rely on him more than ever, I believe, and they're going to need his services, and they're going to need his help and his support due to the fact that they've got themselves a really, really big problem, and there's no lore to help them, battle this. So it's taking away all of their, all the devices that they've used in the past, and they're just going to have to, the three of them are going to have to put their brains together and figure out how the hell they're going to deal with this. So it's, I think that relationship, the brothers' relationship, Bobby's relationship with them, they're going to be tighter than ever this season in order to battle whatever it is they've got to battle.
Yeah, we left the end of last season with me commanding Sam and Dean and Bobby to kneel down, bow down, and profess their love to me. And we pick it up right there in the next season. And how spoilery can I get? You know what? I'm gonna give you something. I'm gonna give you a little jewel here. They do. They bow down. Yeah, they stoop, which is really cool. I didn't think they would.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah. And then of course we have some trouble with one another, because I think it would be fair to characterize Castiel as drunk with power. Do some good. Do some questionable things along the way, and in the end, Sam and Dean are left with a very formidable foe to deal with.
I directed the first one. It won't be the season opener. It'll actually air number 3, I believe. But they graciously let me direct it first so that I could prep without having to work, which would be very difficult due to the fact that I'm one of the leads of the show. But it's a good episode. I'm proud of it. We actually get to go back and see a lot. We get some backstory on Sam's character, back when he was 15 and hunting with young Dean and Dad, and not really wanting to do that. And we kind of see where that split took place, and that leads us to the pilot of the very first episode of the series. So we get a little backstory there. That's kind of cool. Yeah, no, it was a difficult episode to direct, but it was I love the challenge. So.